Hi, you guys. I wanted to talk to you today about time management because it is officially like the crazy months of the year, and I'm hearing this a lot with challenges with clients and just like people around me with this being overscheduled time of year. So I'm going to talk to you today about how your busy holiday schedule can actually help you meet your goals, because this is so important to really focus on just time management. And when we're in a routine and a schedule and we actually have like all these places to be during the day, we can actually be more productive with our time and get more done, because it's like, okay, I have to make sure that I'm planning ahead for this or it's not going to happen. So I'm going to teach you like 10 things today that we can work on to start focusing on this time management. I also have a coach, and on our call that we had this week, he said something to me that I wanted to share with you guys that was helpful for a reframe. He said, if you have 5 hours to cut down a tree, you will spend 4 hours sharpening the blade and 1 hour actually cutting down the tree, because basically you have so much time that you're just like wasting it, and then you're not actually getting the work done. You're only getting that done, or you're taking so much time to get that task done versus 4 hours swinging and 1 hour sharpening. So give me a heart emoji if that resonated with you, if that was helpful. Also, let me know if you're watching this live or on replay. The first tip I wanted to share with you was do the most difficult task first. So, and this can mean different things for different people. It just depends on what is like the most hardest thing for you to get done during the day. So if that's your workout, maybe that's when you should be doing your workout, is like right first thing in the morning. Alternatively, if your exercise, your movement is actually like what you look forward to, then have this as like the later part of your day. And maybe that like focus task is what you need to do first thing in the morning. If the grocery store is something that's super laborious or challenging for you, then maybe on Saturday morning, that's the first thing that you're doing, is to go into the grocery store. So that way you're setting yourself up for the rest of your day and your weekend to get everything else done. So that really just has to depend on what that means to you. But limit these hard tasks to like 1 to 3 things maximum. So don't do, say 10 hard things in the morning. So just doing like 1, maybe 2 of these things before moving on. President Obama said in Vanity Fair magazine that he only wears blue and gray suits, and that is because he's trying to eliminate his decisions that he makes during the day. Obviously, he was president of the United States and he's making 1 million decisions a day. So this was a way that he was minimizing those extra things. Our brain is literally making thousands of decisions every single day, and we do start to get exhausted from this. So if you are asking your brain to do all of these things, and at the end of the day you're asking it to do this very hard task, it's going to be really hard to get that done, especially in the way maybe that you're looking to do it. Number 2 is to keep a distraction list to stay focused. So when you are working on something, it's very normal for our brain to tend to wander into other things that we have to do. So it's helpful to keep like a piece of paper or something, or open another tab on your computer. And when you're doing something, right, if this comes into your head, oh, I have to get this at the grocery store, I have to call this person, to start to write it down on a piece of paper. So that way it's out of your head, so you can focus on what you're doing, and then it helps to keep you organized of other things. The third thing is to actually make a list. So if we write things down, it's helpful. Don't rely on your memory. We have so many things that we have to remember during the day. Don't just say, I'll remember to do that. Make sure you're writing it down. Number 4 is to organize your to-do. So it's one thing to make this to-do list, but it's also helpful to organize this in priority. And this is called the Eisenhower matrix. I did not make this up, but it is like a helpful way to chart it out if this works for you. This is all just like take it or leave it information, but this is based on the importance of urgency and importance to help you identify time sinks. So ways that you're really sinking your time and help to prioritize things that are going to really get you the results that you're looking for. So are you spending most of your day doing things that are urgent but maybe not important. So then you're looking for ways to delegate, automate, or eliminate these. So this is the chart that I have behind you. You can't really see it with me sitting here, but this is listing it in urgent and important. You put it in, this is your do list for the day. If it's not urgent, this is backwards. If it's not urgent, but it's important, then you plan it out. Okay, this is urgent, I need to get it done, but it's not like a priority today. And then if it's not important and not urgent, then you want to delegate that to somebody else. And then number 4, if it's not urgent and not important, just try to eliminate or not focus on that right now. It's not necessarily a priority. So working to focus on those other things that are important and urgent on your to-do list helps to organize your thoughts that way. Number 5 is to plan out your days and your week in advance. So if you're already doing this for your job, maybe like you are an assistant for somebody else, or, part of your job is organizing your day based on meetings with clients and, organizing your trips and your travel. You're already doing this for your job. So making this part of even your meals. So when you're planning your week, saying, okay, I know for breakfast, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, this is what I'm having, Tuesday, Thursday, and generally maybe like lunches. I talk about creating a skeleton with my clients. So like a skeleton or an outline of, what your meals look like, and then you can kind of fill in the gaps. And this is helpful if you're working to balance your macronutrients better with your meals as well. And the next thing is to turn off notifications on your phone that you don't need. So there's like 100 million notifications when we sign up for an app or something new on our phone. So just go through that and just start to turn off those notifications that are not helpful for you, for like another thing that's like going off in your phone. However, maybe it's helpful that you get notifications to drink water during the day. So this has been helpful for people in terms of meeting their health goals. If that's something you struggle with, to drink water during the day, that is something that may be helpful to turn on as an alert on your phone. Number 8 is limiting multitasking. So I will say that this can be helpful for certain skills. For example, like when I'm in the kitchen and I'm doing one thing or making one meal, I'm always making like another thing, another side, or using another appliance when I'm cooking to have like another side ready. So like making a whole grain, boiling eggs, sauteing vegetables. If I'm making breakfast, I'm like doing other things to have ready in the fridge to pull out when I need it. So that way I'm not getting home at 8 o'clock exhausted, having to make something that I'm probably not going to do. So this can be, however, this cannot be as helpful when you're focused on a task, maybe on your computer or with emails, and then somebody calls you and then your kid needs something. So that's where multitasking isn't as helpful, because then you're not focused on the one task that you're trying to do, and maybe we're not doing things as well and getting the results that we want because we're doing too many things at once. So that's where that should be limited. Get organized. So my rule is whenever I bring something into my car, I bring it out of my car when I leave or when I get home. So like when I go to teach yoga, all my stuff I take out of the car when I get home. Same thing when I get home, everything that I have that I brought inside, I'm putting it away immediately. So my lunch, I'm going to take my lunch box out, empty that into the sink, get that done. My yoga stuff, putting it in the laundry, like whatever I have with me, I'm making sure right when I get home, like that's the first thing that I'm doing. And that way we're not like building those piles of laundry in our room, or the food is sitting on the counter. So we're just starting to do those little things right when we get home and eliminating that overwhelm of tasks on that one day. The last thing I'll share is number 10 is time blocking. And let me know if you've heard of time blocking before. This is super helpful for various reasons, no matter what the skill that you're doing. So basically what this means is that you're blocking related tasks together. So for example, you're checking your email for 1 hour. That's like all the emails. And then all of your errands that you have to do, like chunking all those together at one time. So you're not like coming home and then having to go back out, doing similar errands together, and even like plan out your errands. So map them out based on proximity. So like what's closer to your house and then along the way. So you're like literally using your time more efficiently. It does take a few extra minutes to plan that, but maybe in the long run, it's helpful for you to just manage your time better. And same thing with like phone calls. So you have like 10 phone calls you have to make today. So maybe blocking those together, or I do try to do like my coaching calls on one day, certain days of the week to try to keep that task focused. So if this, works for you, it's just like helpful ways to start to manage your time better. And then the bonus one I would say is start to learn to say no more often. And that allows you to say yes to things that are maybe more important or valuable to you. And that's going to help you meet your goals. So let me know if this was helpful for you guys. If this is something that you're struggling with in these few months, let me know that as well. If there's something that you've mastered, share that with the group. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.